Hey, welcome. There are two little words that we all use, words that seem so harmless, but they might just be the most quietly destructive phrase in any relationship. I'm talking about "I'm fine." Today, we're going to dig into why we say it, the invisible damage it's actually doing, and what we can say instead to build a real, honest connection. Okay, just picture this because we have all been there. Your partner can totally tell something's off with you. You're quiet, you're a little distant, and they ask that simple, caring question. Hey, what's wrong? And even though your brain is spinning, maybe you're stressed, you're feeling unappreciated, what comes out of your mouth? Almost like you don't even have a choice. I'm fine.
And here's the thing you've got to understand. This isn't usually a thought-out lie. It's a reflex. It's a gut reaction. In that split second, your brain chooses what feels like emotional safety over something much, much scarier, emotional intimacy. You're building an invisible wall, one "I'm fine" at a time.
And this is the long-term cost, which is so important to get. This isn't just about avoiding one awkward conversation. No, you are literally training your partner. You're teaching them that your words don't match your feelings, and that trying to get close to you, trying to understand what's really going on inside, is a dead end.
So when you keep building that wall, brick by brick, over time it leads to something researchers call emotional unavailability. And wow, this definition, it just says it all, doesn't it? The feeling of sharing a house, a car, a life, but not sharing your lives. It's that deep, painful loneliness of being right next to someone, but feeling completely and utterly alone.
So, this reflex, this instinct to protect ourselves and feel safe, it comes with a seriously steep price. Let's really look at the trade-off we're making every single time we choose to build that wall instead of opening the door.
And this really gets to the heart of it all. See, on the left, you've got emotional safety. That's about avoiding that immediate discomfort, dodging that difficult conversation. But then, look at the right, emotional intimacy. That's where you're fully seen. That's where trust is built through honesty. That's where you get that deep, authentic connection we all crave. So, do you see the problem? The thing we do for short-term comfort actively destroys our chance at long-term connection.
So if it's so bad for us, why on earth do we do it? Well, it's so important to know this isn't some character flaw. You're not a bad person for doing this. It's a learned behavior, and it often has really deep roots that go way, way back.
So what are some of those reasons? Well, maybe you grew up in a house where asking for what you needed was ignored, or worse, punished, so you just learned to shut it all down. Or, hey, maybe you opened up in a past relationship, you were totally vulnerable and you got burned, badly. For some people, it's this genuine belief that just keeping the peace is the most important thing. And honestly, for a lot of us, we just don't even know how to put words to the storm of feelings inside.
But here is the really good news. This is not a life sentence. This pattern can absolutely be broken. And it all starts with one powerful, game-changing shift in your mindset. A reframe that can honestly change everything.
And here it is. Let's just let that sink in for a second. Vulnerability isn't weakness. It is the very place where intimacy is born. Think about that. The thing we are most terrified of showing someone is the only gateway to the deep connection we want more than anything.
Okay, so what does this actually sound like in the real world? Here are 3 powerful things you can say instead of, "I'm fine." Imagine saying, "Actually, I'm struggling with something, can we talk?" See how that invites them in? Or what about, "I'm feeling disconnected from you and I don't know why." That's so honest. My favorite might be number 3. "I'm not fine, but I need a minute to figure out what I'm feeling." It's true to how you feel, and it gives you the space you need.
Because in the end, that's what this all boils down to. It is a choice, a conscious decision you get to make in that critical moment. And it's a decision that, over time, will literally define the entire foundation of your relationship.
So, the next time you feel that "I'm fine" reflex kicking in, I just want you to pause for a second and ask yourself this one question. What do you really want in this moment? Do you want to protect yourself from a few minutes of discomfort? Or do you want to build a relationship where you can be completely, totally, and authentically known for who you are?
Because that's the big takeaway here. Real love, real connection, real intimacy. It doesn't happen when we're pretending to be perfect. It happens in those messy, uncertain, scary moments when you're brave enough to turn to the person you love and finally say, "You know what? I'm not fine." Thanks for digging into this with me.